बदतमीज दिल तौबा तौबा तौबा. Dance is truly an integral part of my existence, and I owe a lot to it for where I am today. Then otherwise, don't be out there, don't be on social media, don't be. घर में बैठ के, live under a rock. Now you are putting yourself out there, you're going to be subjected to certain amount of criticism or opinions. I've never really done acting. I've never done a full-fledged role. I've done probably, few things here and there, purely for friends, literally. I've only been part of films where I've done a cameo or whatever because of friends. I've never really done a full-fledged role. But like they say never.
Hi, this is Samina Shaikh here on Zoom channel, and with me today I have Malaika and Remo, who is definitely making a different vibe altogether on a Friday. So join me as I welcome both of them only on Zoom. Lovely to have both of you, and you both are like dancing divas and heroes, I must say that. How it has been for you both, the journey altogether?
Our entire life journey?
Or in terms of dancing, I'm sure. Not life journey.
Well, dance, I think, is an integral part of my life, and I love it. Learning new things, I mean, it's been amazing. But I think with this show, with Hip Hop Season 2, the best part is that I'm getting to see and learn something new, probably that was just not part of my repertoire. So I'm really happy that I can be part of this and learn. But yes, dance is truly an integral part of my existence, and I owe a lot to it for where I am today.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a very integral part of my life also. And yes, a huge roller coaster ride throughout my journey. But this Hip Hop Season 2 has been amazing, and a great fun also. Not only just good to go there and sit and watch the talent, but it's a lot of fun on the show. So yeah.
Both of you have worked in the past also. It's not like for the first time you both are judging. But I have to ask that when was the first time, if you remember, you both met and the fondest memory you both had together? If you remember.
You did?
Yeah, we met.
First time?
Of course, I remember clearly.
Where?
So this was Film City, and after Chaiyya Chaiyya, you were like still huge star, and we were doing an ad on the bus for a chewing gum ad, if you remember.
Are you serious? Oh my
wow.
God. You remember?
Yes,
you've never said this to me.
Never.
How much we've spoken, we've discussed so many things. You've never said this.
So this
Wow.
was the,
That's really
And I remember saying, Remo, you've never worked with me. You need to work with me. I used to always say that.
Yeah.
You work with everybody, but you've not worked with me. I remember saying
only
that.
that was the one which I've worked on.
But we have to then. We've got to change
then we have
that.
to
We have to work
yeah.
again.
wow, but that's like lovely. You still remember.
Oh,
I must
sweet,
say that.
yeah, that's so sweet.
But Malaika, for you also, you started off, from modeling to getting into dancing. What has been, game changer for you in terms of your career? Like, what's something like literally changed for you?
Well, there have been various points in my life that have been turning points for me. Definitely Chaiyya Chaiyya being one of them, that really gave me a new lease of what was lies ahead of me. So that, but I think every one of them have been fantastic opportunities. So from there, that led to something else. That something else led to something else. So whether it was modeling to being a VJ, then to dance, then to big screen, that actually doing many more films, being part of films. I think every one of them gave me a great new start, and I think that was something which I'll always remember and I'll always cherish.
Is acting on your radar? Like, do you wish to get involved in acting? You have done, few scenes.
No, not really. I've never really done acting. I've never done a full-fledged
few
role. I've
scenes
done
and all,
probably, few things here and there, purely for friends. Literally, I've only been part of films where I've done a cameo or whatever because of friends. I've never really done a full-fledged role. But like they say never. You never know. Maybe something actually comes my way which I really feel like I want to be part of. There have been loads of instances, but I've always said, I'm not feeling it because there are other things going on. But never say never.
Of course, never say never. And on that note, when you said about Chaiyya Chaiyya, that became famous like how? Overnight, people started speaking, and the lyrics also. And everyone remembers SRK a lot, but I want to know your journey on that, when you were wearing a ghagra, dancing on a train, how the experience was for you altogether.
It was lovely, it was beautiful. SRK was amazing. He was just the most gracious and wonderful co-host, co-actor, and everyone, right, from Farah to Mani sir to Santosh Sivan, everybody. I think they were all fantastic. The dancers, Geeta ma'am, she was there. Everybody, I think everyone was super. It was just an experience that I'll always, forever. In fact, when somebody asked me, "Oh, what's your favorite song?" I was like, it's very difficult to say that. What's your favorite? I'm sure you also, you know, to pick that one song. But I feel somewhere I always tend to lean towards Chaiyya Chaiyya purely because it was a turning point for me. I also feel Munni Badnaam was also a very important song for me in terms of popularity. Also more because I was a producer on that film. So for me that was very different for the first time. But Chaiyya Chaiyya will always be very close to my heart.
To both of you, what happens, you know, when you dance, and you know what exactly the mood works, you know, for both of you? Has dance in any form changed your respective lives? You know, have worked for you, you know, for both of you?
Of course, it changed the entire life of mine actually. So
I think we are what we are thanks to what opportunities we've got. You know, I think literally. I mean, I can speak on both our behalves. I think otherwise we wouldn't be where we are sitting today. Actually being able to sit and judge a show and and people take you seriously for that. It's not like you come there and say, "Arey, bas baith ke bas dekhna hai." You have to have a certain credibility. Otherwise, no one will take you seriously. So yes, I think it's been a beautiful journey.
And both of you have been the best judges also. You know, when it comes to even giving feedbacks, you're very careful with your words. You're not trying to hurt the individual, but you're also like, you know, listen, this is what we need, you know. That is very important also. I mean, sometimes we don't really know, you know, what someone is, you know, doing. But that is not the case when we open the social media platforms and all. And you have noticed, like, I have seen, you know, some of the comments wherein I go and like I fight for, you know, XYZ actors and all. And I'm sure, Malaika, you have also faced that, you know, you keep yourself, you know, low to it. But how do you deal with that? Because, you know, sometimes it can, you know, get on your nerves, like why someone is just constantly commenting on that.
That we can't change anything.
कैसे control कर सकते हैं? Then otherwise, don't be out there. Don't be on social media. Don't be. घर में बैठ के, you know, live under a rock. Now you are putting yourself out there. You're going to be subjected to certain amount of criticism or opinions. Not that it affects my life. It has zero value, that criticism or that in my life. But if I am a public figure, there is a certain amount that people are going to be privy to. How much I want to put out there, how much I want people to be privy to it, that is on me, that is my prerogative. लेकिन अभी ना बोलना है तो बोलो. I can't stop you from saying anything. Yeah, जितना बोलना है बोलो. We know our work. We know what we do, so that's fine.
That's a very interesting thing, right? Being positive like that. But, you know, coming to reality show also, one video of yours, you know, also became viral recently when you were scolding a teen basically, and he had his own, you know, he behaved in a certain manner, and that became viral. So that way you're also very, you know, you're reprimanding, you know, certain behavior and all. What do you have to say about that incident? Like, what exactly did you actually, like, you know, go and approach his mother later on?
I mean, going back to your earlier question now, when you brought this up, that they said, oh, how could she scold somebody, because she herself, you know, does songs, and she does, you know, where she has, you know, she also has suggestive moves or a certain way. But well, I'm a grown-up, I'm an adult. How I conduct myself, I am fully aware. I'm not deluded, you know. So I don't need somebody to tell me कि आपको ऐसे करना है. I just felt at that moment, and I will say this again, that boy is a wonderful kid, a brilliant dancer, super bright future he has. Maybe in that moment I just felt वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा कर रहा था, and I just said it. I felt maybe it came from a mother's point, me being a mom. He's a 16-year-old, and I felt, okay, you don't have to go so much, you know, extra with me like that, which is, you need to maintain a certain decorum. That's where it came from. But otherwise, I have no complaints. He's a fantastic dancer.
I have to ask, like, if you had to change the gear completely, and, you know, when I say that, you know, choreographing a song, and if you had to choreograph a certain song, you know, which one would it be and why?
If I had to, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I would love to actually. Yeah. I would love to choreograph. I know, maybe I like, there's a song, I think maybe, I remember a song that I've really all time, one of my favorite was Ek Do Teen.
Oh my God.
I love that song. So maybe I would, given a choice, an opportunity, I'd like to choreograph that song. Yeah.
And if you had to perform, you know, on any of the songs, you know, which you really feel like, oh my God, this is the song
somebody
I really
else's.
want to. Somebody
else's.
Yeah.
A song which, if I had to perform, I think I would pick any of Ritik's song. Yeah.
The
Any
steps
Kauna
and all,
Pyar
no,
Hai,
basically, yeah.
yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So
I would
any-
want to do
any
all
of-
Madhuri Dixit songs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
see,
for me,
so
Madhuri
any
ma'am
of his
songs.
song, I would love to
Yeah.
perform on that. Yeah.
What is the toughest part when you turn a judge, when you're judging? Hosting is one thing and then judging. Judging is like you have to basically see the, the pros and cons of an individual. So what is the toughest part while dealing, being on that hot seat?
Being fair, being
fair.
able to give the right
Yeah.
call and to balance it out. ज़्यादा नहीं करना चाहिए, कम भी नहीं. It
Yeah.
should be, you should, and I feel your true self should come across. अगर आप जिंदगी में आप थोड़े बहुत strict हो या
Yeah.
if that is your personality, so let that come across, and otherwise if you're somebody who's chilled and careful, then let it, I feel, just be authentic self. I think that always works. But having said that, I think hosting is very tough, Baba.
It is.
It is. I mean,
It is.
I always say that जब
Yeah,
जो
yeah.
host कर रहे हैं, for them to hold, उनको अपना
Yeah, yeah,
attention पकड़ के रखना, मतलब for an entire is very, very,
Very tough.
very tough. So hats off to all hosts that we have
Yeah.
had the privilege to work with. They do a fantastic job.
Like I've seen you for years now, like when I started off my career, I saw you that time basically.
Yeah.
And she has been very disciplined is what I'm trying to say, that, she was there wearing a white, outfit. Even I remember, like I also have my own memories of, coming out of a vanity van, going for an event that time, having a dance number. And even then you were very disciplined about your work. What is that one thing to both of you have to ask that which keeps you motivated towards your work? Because the work life is equally like chaotic.
Well, definitely love. The
Love
love
of
that
what
we
we
get,
do.
जो
Yeah.
हमारे fans जो देते हैं,
Correct.
who appreciate what we do, that motivates you every single day. कि yes, लोग तो कहेंगे कि आप ऐसे हो, आप वैसे हो, but that's fine. But there is an entire section that loves you and actually says that, you know what, that you inspire us. For me, that is an amazing reason to wake up every day and be better at what I'm doing. And जैसे आपने कहा कि discipline is very important. I feel these are things in life, if you have certain, जो कहते हैं उसूल रहना चाहिए आपकी life में. Discipline is one of them. Being punctual is one of them. Sorry, I was a little late today. Forgive me. But there are certain things that you have to, that are very important in life. And yeah, I feel stick by those certain rules and life is good.
Yeah.
What about you?
Exactly motivates. I mean, the motivation we get from the people, that keeps me going.
And before I let both of you go, I'm going to play a very small segment with both of you. There are two segments, but this one you have to just like react on the moods. You have to do a step according to the following moods. So when you're happy, what do you do? What do you prefer doing as a step?
When I'm happy.
Yeah. Let's go.
बदतमीज
When you're angry.
When you're angry, it's like same if you say, it's just a mood, na? Step to वही देगा.
I like the expression he's making.
It's
When you're sobbing, you're in a cranky mood, basically.
दिल के whatever, something.
Yeah.
Okay. When you want to, oh, that's cute. When you're wanting to give hints to your friends about a possible danger, could be like saving them from some leech or probably expressing.
वही step, because मैं तो वही अटक जाऊँगी वो step करने में.
When you're not in talking terms, with one of your friends or colleagues and all, and you want to express emotions via a dance step.
When I'm not talking.
When you're not in talking terms, but you really want to like express something.
What is that? What is that song which we did? Ritik wala.
Ritik wala na?
Tinik, tinik, I don't know. Ek pal ka jeena.
एक पल का जीना.
एक पल का जीना. This is I have to tell them.
You have to tell them.
एक पल का जीना, लेना है जाना. Yeah.
Or you can go Mara Dal also.
Which?
Mara Dal.
हाँ, मार डाला.
And lastly, when you're late at an event, late to an event. So what do you-
मार डाला. I'll be like, चलो यहाँ से निकलो, ऐसे बाहर निकलो.
But lovely chatting with both of you.
Thank you.
Before I let
So
both of you go, what are your upcoming projects you're focusing on?
Right now, all I can think of is Hip Hop Season 2. That's
India
it.
Season 2.
Enjoy it. Get on with your groove and watch Hip Hop Season 2 and enjoy yourself. It's full of swag and lots of fun.
And जो भी आना होगा वो पता चल
वो
जाएगा.
पता चल जाएगा. Well, thank you so much for your
Thank you
lovely
so
time and all the
Thank
very
you.
best.